All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live, y'all. We about to get into another great show. Looking forward to doing this show. I got my special guest who joins us once a month in the building. I'll introduce her momentarily, but I'm teased in social media that we're going to do something tonight that we have never done on this show. And I'll share that with you on the other side. We got some what the hell. We're going to talk about the nurse who did the unspeakable. What happened in the kindergarten class that freaked out all of the children? What was said about the president and what was done to the president that's going to make you wonder what the hell's going on with these folks in this country. And this African president did something that they do, or they used to do here in this country a whole lot. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying,
they must be half stepping.
ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is back live once again in the den of Legacy Internet Radio. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. So glad to have you listening to us on TuneIn, which is our home station where folks can get us on your mobile phones. You can get us on your computer, on your tablet, your iPads, and every freaking thing you got that connects to the internet. You can listen to us on TuneIn. Our folks in MixLR that's been holding us down for as long as we've been doing Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. Back when we were on that station that we used to be on. We want to show some love to our MixLR family. We appreciate you guys for listening to us every single week. Special thank you to those folks that are listening to the replay right now on MixLR, as well as the replay on YouTube. Every single show and every single segment that we do, we break it up and we put it on YouTube. So if you don't feel like listening to the whole damn show, you just want to listen to us wild out about a particular subject, we put it on YouTube and you can listen to us. If you just go on YouTube and you search Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, if you search Legacy Internet Radio, if you search VUU Panther, which is my home website, you can find all of the shows that we've done that date back to when we were in fact on that radio station that we used to be on. But we on Legacy Internet Radio, y'all. This is the station that we created. This is the station that we create for y'all. And we are in fact the flagship show of this station, Legacy Internet Radio, broadcasting every single Monday night from 7 until we finish right here live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. So I gave you a teaser at the top. You already know what we're getting into, at least a little bit. And we talked about how we're going to do something tonight that we've never done before. I ain't ready to tell y'all what that is yet. That's what we call in the radio business as a tease, as a little tease. So I'll share later on what that is. But as we do every single week, we introduce our crew. You heard her at the top. You hear her once a month at least here on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. This is my sister, y'all. So I need y'all to show some love to my girl, Miss Tony. What's up, girl?
Hi.
How you doing?
I am wonderful, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated after my 3-day weekend.
Really? You feeling refreshed and rejuvenated on Monday?
Well, yeah.
It's Monday.
I know, but I was very productive today, and I'm still like, once you get in that flow, like my chi and everything is still good. So
you didn't have like the normal Monday attitude that we supposed to have?
well, I mean, there were a few.
Like you didn't snap on nobody?
No.
You didn't cuss nobody out?
Not today. Everybody was cool today.
You didn't run into no stupid people today?
Of course, every day.
Did you treat them like stupid people?
What I do is I deflect.
Oh, hell
That's the key. You got to deflect.
You can deflect on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. On a Monday, you got to give it to them. You got to be like, you're a stupid person. Here's how you get treated, stupid person.
Well, you do that on mute, but then you get back on the phone. You give them the tone voice.
Oh, gosh. Well, I know you're right. I'm just wilding a little bit, but I know you're right. But if you run into them in like a supermarket whose name we ain't going to say because, they ain't paying us. But if you was out in public somewhere, you wouldn't really, really, really give them to them?
I probably wouldn't and it's funny because in like my real job, I had an interaction with someone who I know works at a store that I shop at very frequently.
Right.
And I'm always afraid that they're going to figure out who I am.
Oh.
So.
Don't be scared.
But I'm just,
You know what you should do?
What should
the
I
next
do?
time somebody makes you mad, you should lure them to like 3rd floor of a building and then beat them up and grab them by the ankles and dangle them outside the window.
If I was strong
with one
like
hand.
you, I
With
would
one
do
hand.
that.
One hand. You don't think?
I can't do that
You
right
can't do it?
now. I can't do that. I did have an old lady cuss me out a couple weeks ago.
An old lady.
She's crazy old too. Just old people just say whatever and don't know they're saying whatever.
You mean the no filter old people?
Exactly.
Did you like throw rice down or something so that she can trip and
She
fall?
wasn't getting married.
She
was cussing me
What's
out.
the stuff from the cartoons that you rolled for old marbles?
Oh, like the marble, so she could slip.
Yeah. I messed up I had a nice joke set up. Jay Grizzly, if he was here with me, he would just give me the head shake. But you didn't do nothing mean to the old person?
No, I do wish I had I could give her like a dynamite stick, the cartoon where their face blows up.
There you go, the hair.
Yeah, I
and
wish
then,
I could have done that.
The gray hair at the front would have like a black streak right up there. There you go.
Yeah.
See, now you have the devious mind.
See?
Like your man Marcus J. And have Steppin with yours truly. And my co-host is checking in. She's on her way. That's why just hit me up. But she said that she treat them people like they stupid. She is social media. This is how we know that the family here on have Steppin Marcus J. Whether they're here or they not, they here.
True.
And
Indeed.
she's checking in, and she en route because we know that we usually get her around the first break in the second segment. We usually get her and a brother who we have not heard from in quite a while. That's why I hope she's still listening. If she had to shut the tablet down or whatever it is to drive here to the studio, but her boo is calling in or checking in. My brother Ben, who we ain't seen in the social media. Ben, you remember Ben with the little man Vinny, one of our biggest fans of Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. I went to high school with Ben. My brother Ben.
Oh, well, you said her boo. That's not her boo.
It's her. I say it's her boo because Ben and SY always have like this really cool.
They got the thing going.
Yeah, they got like the social media text message. They always say hey to each other, and they always support each other. And I'm looking at social media right now, and SY says, "Benny boo, I miss you." See, I knew I was right. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Can you tell her to bring some sprouts?
Can you bring some sprouts? That's why.
So we can eat them.
If you could bring like some raw spinach, because when she came in and she did like
so bad, you just
because she did this segment on like eating healthy, and eating healthy is like kind of whack unless it's raw spinach. Eat raw spinach.
Seriously?
Yeah, man. She brought some raw spinach one time. I was sitting at jar. I wanted to go to Jersey and beat some people up like Popeye for real.
Spinach is great, especially in smoothies.
Spinach and smoothies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you officially get the blank stare.
I'm telling you, it's
how you
fantastic.
gonna miss something? How you gonna mess up something cool like a smoothie with spinach? Like spinach is cool in its own right. Like that's like when you mix a positive and a positive, and you end up with a negative.
Okay, but let's back up to Popeye. What was he eating?
He was eating spinach.
Spinach, right? And so today,
he had no smoothie though.
but first of all, how did he get it out of the can? That's impossible. So
he used his muscles and he just squeezed the can until the top popped off.
no, dog. You put it in a smoothie with some protein and some fresh fruit. I'm telling you,
Now I'm gonna keep.
you'll be strong in no time.
I'm gonna keep my my mind open on that one, but I'm not quite sure. Ben is saying that he's here tonight, and so
Hi,
we're looking
Benny.
forward to
I
it.
don't know
Ben,
it.
I'm gonna try.
get
Ben,
you
I'm gonna
met.
try not to cuss a lot tonight. So if you promise me that Vinny will be somewhere near you, then I will give him a personal shout out, and I'll make sure that I won't say no bad words in that little window that he is checking in. That's my little buddy, little Vinny. So shout out to him. Shout out to our family in Jersey. Ain't no hashtag or Marcus J. All right, listen, Tony.
Yo.
You ready to get to some
I am
what the hell?
rich.
You ready to ask
I am
what the
rich.
hell?
Yes, I'm rich.
Now there's a couple. Well, the first one is not really a what. It's a what the hell, but it's not like the kind of what the hell in the traditional sense. I'm getting this one from Routers, and I haven't used them in quite a while. But I used to use Routers a lot, and I used to look at Oddly Enough. There's a section on Routers called Oddly Enough where you just see crazy stuff, like just really, really weird stuff. This one is about conjoined Ohio twins who reach a milestone. They are the world's oldest conjoined twins. They plan to celebrate surpassing the lifespan of original Siamese twins on Saturday in a celebration coming up in Ohio. You've got Donnie and Ronnie Gallion. They're going to turn 62 years, 8 months, and 8 days old, thereby outliving Chang and Ang Bunker, who were conjoined twins who lived from 1811 to 1874. The Bunkers were born in Siam, which is now known as Thailand. A party from the Gallions is going to be planned in Dayton, which is their hometown in Ohio. They are joined, get this, at the sternum, and they share organs, which became an issue 4 years ago when Ronnie was sick with the virus that affected Donnie's health as well. They live with their younger brother Jim and his wife Mary. Jim said his older brothers toured with their father and at times 7 other siblings as, quote, human oddity, end quote, until those shows fell out of fashion in the 70s. They later traveled in Mexico and Latin America. They were on the road from the time they were 4 years old up until they were 40. Check that out. They aim to break the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest living conjoined twins when they turn 63 in October coming up. According to the Guinness website, the longest living twins, Giacomo and Giovanni Battista Tocca of Italy, were born in 1877 and died at 63. It's been a lifelong goal to reach this age, is what Jim said. So I'll leave it there. Tony, what you think? You got the conjoined twins, and we've all seen photographs of conjoined twins. We can picture these folks. I don't have a photograph here to show you, but we are told, if we were to follow this article, that they're joined at the sternum, which for those folks that don't know body geography, that's your chest.
Ooh, anatomy, anatomy.
Anatomy?
You said geography.
I said body geography because I couldn't think of the word
Yes,
anatomy.
anatomy.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Is it anatomy?
It's anatomy.
It's anatomy. Okay. So, what you think? They joined at the sternum. I at least know where the sternum's at. That's like the little
in the
knot right
front.
below
Yeah,
the
it's right
boob.
here.
Like if you had a
Below
boob,
the boob.
yeah, like right in the middle of the boob, there's a bone right there.
Right at the tip.
There you go. That's your sternum.
This is probably really immature and shallow. First of all, it's great that they've lived so long, but they in each other's face all the time, like face to face, or are they kind of off to the side? Or
I don't think that's immature or shallow at all, because to be honest with you, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I don't want to be around. Sometimes I'm cranky with me.
Yeah, and then how do they sleep? Like,
How you take a dump?
ah,
Do they don't share an ass, do they? I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, there's no way that you can have this discussion and not be inappropriate. Let's just kind of let's just dispel that. But
oh my gosh, how do they pee?
How do they pee? You know we gotta pee, don't we? I don't gotta pee.
And
Well,
they're
you
facing
coming with
each other,
me.
but they're facing each other.
So like you gotta like
Does
steer
he
it,
hold?
steer it the other way. I mean, these sound like immature things, but the reality is
sorry.
these are fair questions.
I'm sorry.
And don't be sorry.
I
These
just
are
wondered.
these are fair questions. After 63 years, I figured they done figured it out. But I guess you know what? I'm gonna look and see if I could try to find
Yeah, find a picture
a picture of them in the web where we can see what Ronnie and Donnie look like, and see if we can have some sort of, there it is, that quick. I got a picture. Now judging by this photograph that we're looking, and this photograph shows that they share literally one torso, and they each have one arm, they each have one leg, and then there's the upper body. So if you imagine that at the top they break at just below the breastbone, and at the bottom they break just below the pelvis, or where the genitals would be. They share from the breastbone down to the genitals. So and we asked the question kind of in a silly way, but now we can kind of be serious and answer the question. There's one ass. So they go to the bathroom at once. So it appears that they go at one time, and but there's four pectoral muscles, and there's 2 heads, and there's 4 shoulders, and I guess there's 4 arms. Actually, there's 2 arms that are actually hidden looking at this photo, but there's definitely 2 legs.
But is there one penis?
I don't know. In this photograph, you can't really tell. I think that's a fair question. I don't, this picture, they're sitting outside the pool, and there's multiple photographs here. And so I really, I'm going through a couple of different photos here as we speak, but judging by this, you can see we just confirmed in a different photograph that there is definitely 4 arms. There's definitely 4 arms here. Wow. There's no question that there's 4 arms here, but it looks like there might be maybe 1 belly button. Or navel, depending on how bougie you are. Some folks is bougie. They don't want to hear you say belly button. I just lost it, but a navel, yeah.
That's cool, though. That's awesome that they live that long. Like, I wonder, what their secret is. I mean, especially where they're joined, but I guess maybe because they don't share like a same heart.
Right.
But they do share certain other organs. So
I mean, I'm looking at other photographs of there's another one of Ronnie and Donnie, and if I'm looking at this right, Tony, there's 1 navel. It looks like it's 1 navel, and to look at the way the middle section is designed here, there's probably 1 penis. Just judging by the way that looks, because there's 2 legs.
I'm sorry, my mind is going like way over there.
I mean, yeah, your mind does go way left, but I mean, if we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it, we have a little bit of fun without getting too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I just wonder. Like,
I don't think we ever talked about conjoined twins on the show.
No,
before.
No, not that I'm aware.
I'm fascinated by this because then we grew up calling it Siamese.
Siamese twins, yes, and I guess maybe that was based on the twins that you referenced in Siam, Thailand.
Yeah.
Well, and something I was thinking about too last week, because Ricky Smiley often jokes about like Siamese twins or conjoined twins getting in a fight with each other over something crazy.
I don't even want to know.
Is that something? It seems to be something that, like, maybe certain ethnic groups experience that more often than others.
So you trying to say that, a certain group of Siamese twins get to fighting more than another group of Siamese?
Not the fighting. I'm talking about the actual,
Because you imagine, it's not like you can go nowhere. You can't go nowhere.
Yeah, you can. Right.
You got to take this ass away. Got to take that. Where you gonna go? Take that. Where you gonna go? You can't go nowhere.
Well, no, I mean, like, different ethnic groups. Like, I don't recall seeing a lot of like African American conjoined twins.
Can we say black people?
Brown people. I said brown people.
Okay, cool. Because African American is like the
brown people
politically
correct
thing.
Well, I'll say black people because to me brown people encompasses everybody other than white people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we could say Negroes.
Negroes. We ain't playing baseball.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I think of baseball when I hear the Negro League.
Negroes. You know what I think? I think of Thai black folk who placate to what white folk want them to do when I hear the phrase Negroes. Like, when I hear the phrase Negro, I think yes balls. Like I think of that guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Instead of the guy that's looking you in the eye, you're a brother, he's a brother. White guy, hi, I'm your brother. Black guy, hi, I'm your brother. I think of the guy, it's a balls. That's who I think of when I say Negro and whatnot. But anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent just now, but it is what it is. But
I started it.
Was it you?
Yeah.
It was you.
I started it.
Yeah, y'all getting a window into what we do when ain't no microphone on here, when ain't no Steppin Marcus J. We literally sit here and giggle. And if you just get me and Tony, I'm telling you, if it's just her and me, like it is right now till SY gets here, it's like we get like this set of giggles, and it's like not even chemically induced. It's not. We just sit and giggle. Be like, yo, did you see that sticky pad?
So yellow.
It's yellow. It's so sticky pad. Did you see the fold on the corner?
Stupid.
All right, let's be grown-ups. All right, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Let's talk about necrophilia.
Aww.
I want to talk about necrophilia. I mean, for those folks, that's a big word. I had to look it up. I didn't know what necrophilia was. I didn't, but when I did go and look it up, I was like, oh, I know what that is. Necrophilia. I'm getting this one. If SY was here, I would point at her and she would say, Huffington Post. That's where I'm getting it from today. Necrophiliac nurse Alejandro Rezo. He has been sentenced. He is a nurse caught having sex with the remains of a woman he provided care for. He was sentenced to 2 years in state prison in the LA County District Attorney's Office announced last week on the 3rd. He's 62 years old. He got arrested in January of 2013 after another nurse discovered him, quote, y'all ain't ready for this quote. I'm going to say quote, and then I'm going to pause because I wasn't ready when I read this.
Let me swallow first.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
You know what?
I'm gonna read the quote. Quote, with his pants down, having sexual contact with the woman's corpse, end quote, according to a statement from the DA. And then DNA evidence was used to convict him. He's a 20-year career veteran in the health industry. He was assigned to care for the 82-year-old woman on January 20th, 2013, the day she died later for natural causes. So the day he got her, she died the next day. He was tasked with preparing her body for mortuary. He was alone when a colleague found him having sex with the deceased patient. The Superior Court Judge Thomas Rubinson ordered Razzo to attend sex offender meetings and undergo weekly psychological counseling during the final 180 days of his sentence. He must also stay away from the Sherman Oaks Hospital. You think? Yeah. They convicted him last month. They ain't no how Steppin Marcus J. So, Tony, I'm not going to ask the question. I'm just going to let you just run wherever you want to run with this one. What you got?
I screw dead people.
Oh, damn.
Who the world? But okay, so he's been in the healthcare industry for 20 years.
20 years.
I don't even want to think about that. This can't be the first time. It probably is not the second time. It's probably not the third or fourth or fifth time that he's done that.
He's 62 years old.
He's 62.
He's 62.
I mean, you would think it's cold, old, and dry.
There is no way that you can be tactful with this one. So we're not even going to try. We're just going to go ahead and be inappropriate because I don't see how there's any way that we can get around that. So if you offended, you listening to the wrong show anyway. Yo, this dude was doing it. First of all, we did a story a couple of weeks ago about the 30-something-year-old kid that was
with
getting
the 91-year-old
lady,
yeah.
Which is already disturbing enough.
Yeah.
91 ain't 82. Fine, but
it's a lot.
With respect to older people, I mean, for those of us that are young, once you get to a certain age, it's all the same. It's like, okay, do you have $10 million or do you have $100 million? What's the freaking difference?
Right, it's a lot.
Yeah, you a millionaire. What's the difference? So if you 82 or 91, what's the difference? But this dude was messing with her, and she was dead, and he was getting himself off. Like, for real, yo. For real. You've been working this job for 20 years. Like you said, Tony, there is no way this is the first time.
Oh, gosh, no. He's probably been doing it for years. And unfortunately, I wonder what he looks like, because that's probably like the only way he can get it is either that or like prostitutes.
That's the one thing that I wish. This article does not have a photograph. I wonder if we Googled this dude, what's his name? Oh gosh, Alejandro Razzo. I guess if I, because if I was able to Google the Conjoined twins,
you can probably find
I can find Alejandro Razzo and see if there's something out here for him, because this is nasty. This is like really, really nasty. And I think I found, I mean, there's a bunch of different ones here. And,
I found him.
Did you? I mean, but see, the thing is, that name is probably rather common, in the culture. So I don't know if we're looking at the right one, but
which one of those you think it is? I'm thinking it's him right there. It's got to be that guy.
Yeah, which is the same as this one.
Horrible looking guy.
No, he's not a bad looking guy. He looks every bit of 62, but he probably he probably has some Magnus in his past. He probably did all right. And I just.
Maybe he becomes enamored with the patient. I mean, well, the one that died like the day that he got her, it might be different. But maybe, over time he builds some sort of infatuation with these people, or, maybe he, like, I don't want to say falls in love with them, but maybe he has some sort of emotional connection with them, and, their passing is, and him.
82 though.
I don't know.
82. I mean, because the truth is, right? I mean, like I got some heat. Like, people got on me when we was talking about 30-year-old dude and 90-year-old woman. I'm like, yo, 90-year-old dudes don't want 90-year-old women. They just don't. I'm not gonna make this about gender. The reality is, I'm sure a 90-year-old woman don't want a 90-year-old dude. Look, unless you've been with him. If you 90 and you single, you're probably looking at, that young 65-year-old.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still young and spry.
Yeah, young and spry. And he could probably, with a pill, do what he need to do. So looking at this situation, I'm like, yo, you 60-some years old and you messing with a dead lady and she's 82. What kind of mental illness do we have going on here? Like, let's try to be serious for a second. Because every story we can, what the hell? Usually in the first segment, we wild out a little bit, then we get a little bit serious. Is there some sort of mental illness? Is necrophilia? Well, I'm not even going to suggest it's normal. That shit ain't normal. What are we dealing with here?
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, to me, I find this more disturbing than, you see like the criminals, people who kill someone and they may do that, to their victims. They may have sex with the corpse after they kill their victims, because that's, that all kind of lends to, the heightened sense of enjoyment and pleasure that they get from that. But to me, just a random dude having sex with old dead people, that's more disturbing. And maybe that's his life. He's around old people, he's around sick people, and maybe that's for him the easiest and best way to still have some sort of, and this sounds crazy about to come out, some sort of physical relationship with anybody.
It's scary. It's scary because, for me, I'm one of those people, when you start looking at mental illness that has you crossing into an area that is so disturbed, it makes you wonder, what is it that you miss? Like, we hear these stories sometimes about people who one day snap and then they go kill up a whole bunch of people, and there's always a clue or something that we missed. Like the kid that shot up, all of those people, what was it, last month in Santa Clara, somebody in California. The kid did a video and the parents called the police, and the police was like, nah, he's not crazy. Y'all tripping if y'all think he crazy. Obviously, I know I'm jumping around with stories, but, to me, it's all kind of the same. Like, there had to be this dude, 62 years old. He been in this business for 20. You mean to tell me ain't nobody be like, yo, did you see Alejandro looking at them people? You ain't see how he was looking at him? You ain't think it was a little bit weird? Like, nobody said that in 20 years?
Well, right. And to me, I mean, I kind of liken that to pedophiles, because there's that innocence, there's that sense of helplessness of your victim, and maybe him seeing that person there totally vulnerable, somehow turns him on and, makes him do what he did.
Scary. How Steppin with Marcus J.